We're
Hello.
alive. We're alive. That's what it says. I feel alive. That's what I need this, to
Mm-hmm. Of
feel alive
course, we're
within me.
alive because we are here
Yeah,
to
pretty
talk
much.
about the most beautiful things in the world.
Yes, exactly. Dogs.
Dogs.
No.
It is
How's
the board
everything?
games.
No, no. War games
No,
are just okay.
board games are just
Okay.
okay.
Because they're expensive. They
Mm-hmm.
are time consumers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they can even be in a pain in the ass. That's what they are.
A pain in the
Sometimes.
ass.
Yes, of
Damn.
course, because you think that you're playing for fun just because you have an hour or so to
Mm-hmm.
enjoy and have a good time with your friends and family,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you ended the game angry, pissed
Mm.
off, and frustrated most of the times. That's what I'm saying.
No, that
Yeah,
never
of course.
happens. No, that never happens to me. I don't know what you're
Oh
talking about.
no, that's not the way
No,
it normally
that's
happens. No.
no, no, no. Mm-mm,
Mm.
mm-mm,
So
mm.
I need to talk about this with my what's the name of this guy? No,
Your phys
psychologist.
your
Yeah, my
psychologist.
my physician.
Hmm. That one too. That one too.
That one too.
Yes. Anyway, welcome.
Because of the pain in the ass. That's why.
Oh, I see. Oh, damn. That's
Ooh.
private stuff. Very
No,
nice.
no,
Very nice.
that's what I. If you want me to share more private things, just subscribe. You know what you know.
You gotta
We're
send us
all
an
here.
email.
Yeah, send us an email.
DM. DM us on the Instagram.
DM. Yes, please. Here we
Awesome.
are,
Well,
beautiful people, as my
hmm,
friend here used to say. I don't know why he doesn't say that anymore.
of
I
course I
think
say it.
I think he doesn't consider you beautiful people anymore.
Only,
That's okay.
only, only beautiful people watch our videos. That's it. Hmm.
Okay, good to
That
know.
is correct.
That's
But anyway,
correct.
today we have episode what?
Episode 100.
Episode 100.
We made it.
We did it.
I came from the future and there is no episode 100, so that's why we only have celebrating for the number 10. 10. Is that too
Episode
much or
10.
too many?
Wow, we're
It's
double digits now.
double digits. Yes, we're double digits now.
That's
That's
pretty good.
yes. So far,
Thank you,
so good.
everyone.
Yes, yes. Thank you. I like I said, we're saying this every time we go live, but we didn't expect to go this further at this point, right?
Of
We
course.
thought that maybe it will be just a
Our
couple of
only
episodes.
expectation is 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, we're taking one episode at a time.
That's
But yeah,
correct.
yeah,
That's
that's so
correct.
far. And we're happy to be here. Good.
Yeah, well, it is a board game podcast. So, Mask Maple, please, sir, would you tell us about what games have you been playing in the last week?
Lately,
Yes.
lately. So I would like to say that it's been a sad week in terms of gaming for me because
Sadness.
yes, compare with other weeks, this one we had a lag on the gaming side
Mm,
because there was not enough time. There's no
there's
never is
never,
yeah, there's never enough time for.
it is never enough time.
I know. But even though, I mean, we had a pretty good day and we spent a good time with our regular group of friends that come over and play games during the weekend. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's what happened. And now that you
Okay.
mention, yeah. So I would like to try to, well, yeah, the first game we played that night was a game that confront us, was a friendship breaker, kind of, because it was unmatched.
Ooh,
Unmatched,
unmatched.
yes.
How many players?
We played three players
Three
because
player unmatched.
yes, my wife was taking care of the babies.
Mm-hmm,
She
mm-hmm.
was, there were some duties before we have to play, and yeah, but that time we were only my friends and and we played with. I played with Bruce Lee. One of my friends played as Ghost Raider, and the other one played as Deadpool. Yeah, that was fun.
Okay.
of Deadpool versus Ghost Rider versus Bruce Lee, which was pretty odd as usual on these kind of games, which I
Yeah.
liked it. And Ghost Rider ended as the winner. You know,
Wow, Ghost
yeah,
Rider.
Ghost Rider. Yeah, yeah. It was
Very good.
my friend got it pretty fast. You know, the way um, the
He
way it
understood.
plays. He understood the combinations, and how to play its deck. So basically, yeah, was pretty good. Was pretty good, pretty fun. As always, it was always this confrontation of why you attack me and not the other one. It was
What a
always that
classic.
question. That question is always on the table when you play games like that.
Of course.
So yeah, it was the first game was unmatched. Then it's pretty odd because now that I'm thinking of that, it was like a gray cloud all over my head.
You don't remember what you
Oh,
played? You were drunk?
hold on. Oh, yeah, I was wrong. That's for sure. I was
Oh,
intoxicated. I was
nice.
intoxicated because we were celebrating Halloween on 3 days after the actual Halloween. Because Halloween for parents like me is just walking around the neighborhood trick or treating, and that's it. I mean, there is no more fun on our life for Halloween, except that when we have some friends that they also had responsibilities for the real Halloween, we plan ahead
Hmm,
for some days in advance.
very
And
good stuff.
the only thing that I remember right now is that I didn't, you know, I think you don't remember what I said last week about the game that I was planning to to actually put on the table, which was sailing. So I
Yes.
actually
You
gave my
did it?
word. I gave my word saying, yeah, this gonna be the week that we are going to play Salem. We didn't. So
No.
this is how my yes. Sadly, but I just remember that, and it's terrible. It's terrible because
Sad
I really
news.
wanted, and at the end of the night, it was like, yeah, I think I forgot something, and then
Oh
I remember what
no.
I
Well,
forgot.
well, to be
Mhm.
fair, you only had three players, right?
No, well, after that, my wife came over, and then we played at four count.
That's
But
true.
even though that
Mm,
the thing that you told me last time that it will be great, or you thought that 5 players will be the minimum good
yeah.
number of
Yeah. So
players to
I
play
think it
that
was
game.
okay.
Maybe that demotivated. That's my excuse. That's my excuse.
Fair enough.
But
It's a decent excuse.
in the meantime, well, I'll try to remember what was next. Also, because I'm drunk right now, so maybe it's kind of
Cheers.
make sure. Yeah,
This
thank you.
week, only water. Stay
Water
hydrated,
with
my friends.
this is vodka, by the way, but
Vodka
he
water.
doesn't exactly.
Very
He don't
good
want to
stuff.
mention that. Yeah,
So you
perfect.
play some
Unmatched. So yeah,
unmatched?
let me try to rewind in the meantime. But let me know what you think about it. And in the meantime, I also want I want to know exactly what you play as well.
What I
Whatever you
played?
play. Yes.
Oh, I actually had a game night this weekend.
Oh, look at
Oh
this big
yes,
boy.
it
Look
was
at this
good.
big
I
boy.
got
Good.
together with the boys and we
Oh,
with the Frosthaven crew. If you guys
okay.
follow me on Dice and Amigos, we do a lot of playthroughs there, especially Gloomhaven and Frosthaven related. And today, well, not today, but on Friday night, Saturday, we got to we got together to um, do another couple scenarios on our Frosthaven campaign. But before we did the Frosthaven, we played Catacombs. Have you heard
Wow.
of Catacombs?
No, I have not.
It's an older game.
Where's
I
that
don't
like?
remember what year, 20 something, 2010, maybe 2012.
Okay.
Um, it is a dexterity game. It's like a dungeon
Woohoo.
crawler. It's like a
Wow.
dungeon crawler, but
Dungeon Cleric Dexterity game. Okay.
yeah, dungeon crawler with
You have
this
my attention.
wooden discs
Okay.
that you flick,
Okay.
kind of like a Crokinole or any disc flicking game, but it's a dungeon crawler and it's a one versus many game. So one player is the dungeon lord, and you get to control all the monsters, and the other players it's up to five players. So there could be four heroes, which each of them have a character. You know, the classic ranger, wizard, the
Mm,
warrior, and uh,
the
and
classic
they
classes.
yeah, the classics. and they need
Hmm.
to go through the dungeon, and the dungeon is like several rooms or several like scenarios where I get to play. I play as the evil dungeon master, and I get to use
Oh.
stronger monsters as we go into the final room. But it's pretty good because it's flicking, and no one really is like an expert at flicking unless you like do this every day.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's super funny because you're like, okay, there is no way you can miss this shot. Like the enemy is right in front of you. There is no way you're gonna miss this. And then
Are
you
you?
go ahead and you miss. And you're like,
Ah.
how did that even happen? It's very fun. If you are okay with like flicking discs, I think
Hmm.
you're gonna enjoy this game. It's
What what
plenty of
what
fun.
what is the name again?
I'll post it. Oh, I cannot post it. I'll say in the private chat. It's Catacombs. Oh,
Catacombs. Okay, I'll look for it. I'll look for it in a minute.
Catacombs.
Catacombs.
It
Good.
is in the
Okay.
private chat. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty good. I had that game for a while now. It had been probably like 2 years, just on the shelf of shame. And
Okay.
I've been
Oh, you
meaning
got it.
to.
You got it already.
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
really had it. It
Okay.
was just sitting
Okay.
there getting dust, and I was like, I really want to play, but the opportunity never really
Come on. Hmm.
presented. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
but this time I was like, you know what, guys, we're gonna play this, and you're gonna be okay with it. You're gonna enjoy it, and we did. At the
We're gonna
beginning,
play a game. You're gonna sit and you're enjoying. That's my
yeah, and you're gonna
that's
have fun with it.
you're gonna find it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Okay.
no, but at the end, it was pretty fun. We had a lot of fun with it. Um,
Is this the guy?
it it is, but I think this is no, actually, it is, but this is the no, the old version.
Oh, so you got a new version of
Actually, yeah,
the.
this one looks kind of different.
Okay.
Um, See if there is a re-implementation or something.
Let's see.
Oh, Catacombs third edition, the very re-implemented at the top, the left, yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think they're the same game, but this one is like the third edition, so probably better rules
Oh
and
yeah.
better.
It
So
looks
yeah, the
new.
enemies and everything is like wooden discs that you have to
Wow.
flick. And
Wow.
this version actually, I don't know if these pictures are cardboard. So the map are cardboard, but the new version, which I'm not sure if those are the pictures of the new version, they have playmats, like no print playmats. So
Oh,
the discs
nice.
are able to slide through the playmat a lot
Wow.
better.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I it's really fun. I liked it. I guess the only
Nice.
downside is that it was a bit long. It was like a 2 hour and a half, three,
Wow. For
yeah,
how many players?
5 players. But
Wow.
really, all you're doing is flicking disc. Like everyone just takes their turn flicking a disc, and that's it.
Okay.
But it is like seven rooms or like 6 rooms. It's a whole
Mm.
like
That sounds
game
pretty
station.
interesting. I mean, I have never. I mean, till now, the idea of having a game that combines dexterity and dungeon crawling would be like, what are you gonna do? Maybe crawling around, actually
Yeah,
crawling through the dungeon.
yeah, yeah. There you
That's
are. It's so funny. It's a good time. I mean, I think this is an excellent game to play with kids too. I guess
okay,
maybe,
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
Really, all you need to
Ah, yeah. Look,
do.
you see, look, you see, you have
Look
kids
at
here.
that.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's about the flick.
it's
It's
about the
actually about the
flicking.
flick. Okay.
Yeah, I almost beat.
Uh,
By the way, I almost beat the good guys. I was like, it came down to the last moments. I was throwing fireballs at them and just killing them, and then all of a sudden they kill all my monsters, and then Frost they freezed my the
mm.
dungeon lord, and they won at the very
So
last moment.
one of the player it needs to be the dungeon master, and the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
other has to be the
So at
play
the
as
very
a hero.
least, yeah, there is always 4 hero tokens. So if you're playing
Oh,
1 versus 1,
okay.
so if you're playing one versus 1, the player that's playing the heroes has to move all of them, all four.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
And it has these like contingency
yeah,
walls around the
yeah. So
table.
that the tokens don't fly out
Ah,
too
that's
far.
very clever. That's very clever.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Now
It's good. It's good.
this caught my attention now, especially because, like I said, or like you said, I mean, I
Hmm.
easily can imagine playing this game as with the kids and with adults as well,
Yeah,
and just for fun, as
yeah.
it's supposed to be, just for fun. Good.
Hmm. Yep.
Nice. So
Good.
before we move forward, let me just because I just like, you know, something turned on. on my head right now, and the memory stuff. Pretty, I think. So yeah, what I just wanted to share with you is that the other two games that we play over the game night. So
Yes.
one game was Villainous. Do you hear about that,
Uh-huh.
right?
Which one? Basic
Villainous.
base game? No
Um,
expansions?
no, yeah, I have everything about Villainous, and this is because
Everything.
everything, every single piece of that.
Everything.
Why? Because I'm a crazy collector guy.
Nice.
Yes, I had those games, and even my girl, my oldest girl, has told
Hmm.
me that it looked like
You have a
those
problem.
games. Yeah, it looked like you only have those games just because you want to collect them, right? It's like, yeah, you're
That's correct.
that's correct. I mean, you're right, totally right in this because
It's accurate.
I have, and this is something that I have to show up on the shelf of shame and things like that. And there are some, I think there's like two or three boxes that I have never played before. I don't know, but that was the time. Uh, it was like, okay, it's thematic. It's a post Halloween party.
Hmm.
Think that will be a good game, because there are villains. There is the evil guy, so it's Halloween. So
So
yeah,
which one do you play?
we played. My friends played as the evil queen from Snow White. There was
Hmm.
also Madame Mim from the Sworn into Stone. That I love that movie, by the way. And
Okay.
what was Scar from The Lion King, and I was playing as Oogie Boogie from The
Oogie
Nightmare Before.
Boogie?
Oogie
Isn't that
Boogie
like a
all night
new
long
expansion?
is the new one. Yes, pretty difficult. I mean, this is one of the most difficult guys that I have played in Villainous. After playing a lot, to be honest, at the beginning we played this game a lot, and we like figured it out which characters are like easiest to go through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's kind of
There
the
are
game.
some that are there for sure. Or less
Yeah,
luck too.
exactly. Yes, basically. And yeah, as we supposed, well, we tried to guess who will be the winner based on the difficulty of the characters, and we
Hmm.
were right because the winner was the evil queen from Snow White, which is one of the
Ah.
characters that I think is one of the easiest to that can
Mm.
accomplish their goal. So yeah, it was fun game because this is also one of the games that you could be mean with other characters, with other
What a
players,
classic, of course.
just by
Putting
playing
heroes in
cards
them.
too. Yeah, exactly. Playing the heroes and playing some other cards that will mess up with
Mm.
you, things like that. So at some point, I thought I was, ahead of them
Hmm.
with my goal. But then when they realized that I was starting accomplish something, it was
You
like
got
just like
canceled.
boo, 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 boo.
They
And at
cancel
some
you.
point, I got like, okay, yeah, whatever. I know I'm not gonna win. I'm just trying you to not win as well. So I'm just
Def-
dedicated to part of the game to do that. I mean, I know we know that this is the kind of games that sometimes at some point you lose the hope. You lose the
yeah.
hope, but
Yeah.
and it's like just try to focus and have fun.
Makes sense. We
And
do
the
have
last,
some.
mhm,
Oh, well, before you go in, we do have
yeah.
some beautiful people in chat.
Oh, that's right. So we have Alba. Alba, thank you for coming by. Thank you. Mandated fun begins. Oh, yep.
It's
This
fun time.
is it. Fun on Monday. How about
Hmm.
that? Yeah. And we have Adri as always. Thank you, Adri, for being here. Totally agree with Alba. Yeah, and totally agree with Adri, and totally agree with all the guys that join us. Yeah, because this is fun time. We're
Fun
we are
time.
here just to have fun and laugh
That's
about
it.
things that they're not supposed to have fun, but at the same time they are fun for
That's
us at
correct.
least.
All right. So you said you had one more game.
One more game, and that game was Mille Fiori. Mille Fiori
Melee
from Doctor
Fury. Is that the
from
one
Doc,
with the little diamond?
the Little Diamond.
I have not played
Yes,
that one. How is it?
shine bright like a diamond. Yes,
Shine bright
like a diamond. Yeah, pretty much.
like a
And
dogo.
and that game, I like it because this is a fast game, and this is just a game that you're, super easy to play, super easy to teach, and it was just like 10 minutes explanation, and it
Hmm.
was just like points everywhere, boom, 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 boom. So
Boom, boom.
I won the game for the first time ever, and I won from the difference in points between me and the last player was more than 100 points, which is what like woo,
Well, how many points did you
crazy.
have?
About 300 something.
Wow,
Yeah, 300 something. And
that's pretty. That's a lot of points.
the second place was like less than 300, that's for sure. Um, but yeah, I was, trying to play in a different way this time. Just, you know, we also are doing this game nights very competitive because in our chat group, we have our score of who have, of the victories.
Who has won?
Exactly.
Oh
So
man.
that makes, yeah, I think it's dangerous, but at the same time it's fun. So I'm ahead, and well, we are tied on top of the victories on our group. So that was just for honor. We played to try to be in the first
Who's
place again.
winning? Who's winning the scores?
This is my other male friend and I. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
so we are ahead on the list with 7 victories each one, and
Seven
seven
victories.
seven each. Then is my wife with 6, and then my friend Carla with 5. So it's Freddie and I.
Damn, it's
We're
pretty
7.
close.
Yes, yeah, it's very close.
It's
Yes.
pretty close.
So, but
Good
yeah, the
stuff.
good stuff. Yes, good time,
That sounds
good
like
time.
fun.
Yep.
Well, you did get to play some games. I thought you said it was a sad week.
3 games. It was like okay. It was
Three
just
games.
Yeah, good enough.
I would love
Three
to
games.
play 3 games. When I play 3 games, that's an excellent week for me.
Exactly.
It's
Yes.
yeah. Well, good,
Uh,
good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I think we can move on then to today's topic, which you guys voted on Instagram stories.
Thank you for
We're gonna
that,
be talking about our favorite Euro style board games. So I think
Axel.
before we,
Go
yeah,
ahead. Yeah, go-
you read my mind.
So, because I read your mind, then you have to explain to our lovely audience. Axel, what is an Euro board game? What is an
What is a
Euro
Euro
style board
game?
game? Yes, tell us.
Oh, excellent question, Mr. Mask Maple.
I
Let me
know.
tell you about Euro games. A Euro game is such that has is any game that has cubes,
Perfect.
wooden
Yes.
cubes. If
That's
it
the
has a wooden
explanation I
cube,
was looking for. That's the explanation I was looking for.
you're welcome. Look it up. If you go into Wikipedia and you say what is a Euro game, it's gonna say games that have wooden cubes in their
Wooden
components. That's
cubes.
it.
Perfect. Wooden cubes and sometimes meeples.
And
Like,
sometimes
but
maples.
it does if it doesn't have the
The
wooden
cubes.
the wooden cubes, it's not a hero. It's not a hero
It's not
game.
a Euro game. That is
Perfect.
true. That's true. With that
Perfect. Yeah,
definition in
that's
mind,
perfect. So
let's talk about
I think that's the worst explanation ever, but I like it. So
what are
yeah,
you
let's go
talking
ahead then.
about? It's the perfect description of a Euro
I
style
didn't
game.
say it wasn't perfect. I just said it was terrible, but
It was it,
was
the best
perfect, perfectly
explanation are the
terrible.
ones that are clear and simple, and that was a
Yeah,
clear and simple explanation.
perfect. Yes, that's it.
Mhm.
Okay,
So, if
perfect. Go
anyone
ahead.
asks you what a Euro style game is, you now know the answer.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Let me share this
You
comment.
agree
This is
with
fun.
with Adri?
For fast Wikipedia explanation, look for Axel.
Just send me a
Yes.
text.
Yes.
Alrighty. So, top three or our favorite
Yeah, it's
Euro
always up
style.
top three. I think we have more than 3 games every
You have a
time.
couple of honorable mentions that you want to start with?
No, of course not. I just want to
Of
go
course
straight
not.
for the top three, of course.
Let's
So
do it.
perfect. So you want me to start or you want to start?
I will. Maybe I'll start then.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
You're always saying, okay. So which one you want to start? What is your number three? Because I have everything here ready for you. I just want to
You know all the
know exactly.
secrets.
Exactly. I know your
Um,
secrets.
let's see which one will be number three. I already forgot. Uh,
Let me give you some clues. One is with animals. One is with the futuristic theme,
oh
and the
yes.
other one.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's all I needed. My number three, and by the way, these are I only chose among board games that I have physically in my collection. I have
Hmm.
played many other great games online, but I like to choose games that I have in my collection because I mean there is a reason that they are my favorites, right? If they're my favorites, they should be in my collection. That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
okay. So you're a
So
wise buyer. Okay. Uh-huh.
yes, but that was before. Now I'm just poor, so I don't have money to get my favorites. They're just online.
Okay.
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 Anyway, my number three is Anachrony.
Oh,
Anachrony,
anachrony.
an oldie but a classic.
No, but a
When is it?
classic.
2016 maybe? I don't remember
It
when it came out.
was on
2017.
2017.
It is
You were
6
not that
years old.
far.
Can you believe it? Oh man, dude.
Wow. It's almost the age of my daughter, which, by the way, I would like to congratulate because I know she will probably watch this video maybe in 10 years or not, because maybe, but today,
Hello
today,
from the
today is
future.
her birthday. Yeah, today is her birthday.
Oh,
So happy
happy
seventh birthday, my love.
birthday to you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Thank you. So I
Perfect.
just want to mention that. All right.
Excellent.
So yeah, there we go. So
Anachrony,
anachrony. Mm-hmm.
an amazingly
Mm-hmm.
done, made,
Mm-hmm.
created board game by David Turk.
Suzuki.
Turs. Turs.
Suzuki. Suzuki. Okay.
It's amazing. This is a classic worker placement. So pretty much
Mm-hmm.
everyone has workers. You can send workers into your personal board when you build buildings. When you construct buildings into your personal board, you can send,
There we go. Mm-hmm.
yeah, when you can send your workers with special like spacesuits or like machines to the town center where you can go get resources or more or hire more people or technologies or construct the buildings that you bring back into your base, I guess. And
Mm-hmm.
it's I feel like it's a very thematic game, even though it does like what it does. It does what every other Euro game does, which is collect resources to exchange it for cards, which will eventually give you victory points.
Mm-hmm.
So resources, cards, victory points. That's usually
Mm-hmm.
the Euro game formula. But in this game, something I really liked is that at the start of every round, you can ask for resources that you are sending yourself from future rounds. So you can be
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh man, I wish I had three iron cubes to construct this round." So,
Mm-hmm.
well, in this case, you cannot send three, but maybe I just need one more iron cube to construct this round. Well, you can have it. Just send it. Just get it. Send it to yourself, and it's so nice. But then in future rounds, you have to worry about actually sending yourself that iron, so you have to go and pay it. But no, it's not that easy actually because you have to construct a time machine. One of the buildings is a time machine. You have to send your person back and pay yourself what you got in the past. So
Mm-hmm.
that to me feels very thematic, even though it uses like typical mechanisms, but it's really good. I really enjoy it.
Which I just want to interrupt here. Two things.
Yeah,
One,
go ahead.
so based on your terrible explanation that you gave us for the hero games, so this cannot be considered as an hero game because it has cubes, but it
Of
does.
course,
They're not wooden cubes.
they are
They're
metallic.
metallic, and so it's not a
Fancy,
Euro game.
fancy, fancy Euro games have metallic cubes.
Fancy, fancy
They
Euro. Okay.
upgrade from wooden to metallic.
And the other thing that you have to, I think, will be worth to mention here is that most of the times, uh, Euro games are considered themeless, or that the theme was
That is
is
true.
one of the things that they were less
They're
about
beige.
when they are created a new Euro game. They
Hmm.
say that they're just worried about how you know gather resources, transform into other resources or even points, just the classic process of transformation of
Yeah.
but yeah, indeed,
You
I
know what?
totally agree on that. Yeah, go ahead. Hmm.
$1 million next awesome Euro style game will be a game where the game starts very beige, very bleh, and as you go through the game, you start to put more color and flavor into the
mm,
game, and by the end, you have a Euro style board game with a lot of theme. I'm gonna
so
send
that's
my idea to Awaken Realms.
okay. I like the idea. I will steal it. So, but thank you.
Very good, very
Perfect.
good.
I'm gonna get
Okay.
it. I'm gonna stay
Anyway,
the
my
idea.
number three, Anachrony. I enjoy this game a lot.
Nice, perfect. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that I also like the game.
Hmm.
I I need to play it more. I think I just have played a couple of times and only virtually.
Yeah.
Um, I really would like to have a copy, but after I saw all the upgrades that this game could have, like the exo
The
what's exo stuff,
exosuits.
exosuits. Thank
Yeah,
you. So
the
the
spacesuits pretty
exosuits,
much that you can
yeah, the things that you
miniatures
can.
where you can put your literally you can put your work in. Oh, it's amazing.
It's great. So all this stuff, I would like to have everything. I don't want to play the game just in the basic version because I will feel like dirty when I play everything in any other components here.
It's still pretty
So
good.
I know, but it's still I need all the upgrades. So I'll probably
Hmm.
will have I will make a wish here for my birthday or Christmas or something.
Hmm.
Just I'll probably will ask for it. With the whole thing because I
See,
I I really enjoy playing virtually. And the
there it
first
is.
time and the first time I played, I would like to say it was we no I don't, no it wasn't with you. Sorry, it was the
I
second
think.
time I played.
Oh, it
Yeah,
was the second time. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, anyway,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, Adri
Hmm.
is saying set up a table on Board Game Arena. Let's do it.
Do
Let's
it.
do it. And then
Let's
she
do
did say
it.
that I'm not poor. I'm just a parent now, and that's true. I just not be. I just to be able to buy board games, but now
There
there
are
is
other
no budget
things.
for board games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
know.
happens. It
It
happens.
happens. That's for sure.
Alrighty, so Mr. Mask Meeple, what is your number three
So
favorite
my number
Euro
three
style
is
game?
actually um the heaviest game in the
I
list
knew it.
and the
I
and
knew
the
it.
the heaviest game of my top three here. And this is because for me while I really enjoy playing Euro games, I also think that sometimes I don't have enough time for them. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
one thing that I really appreciate in some of these games is when they created a mechanic that could just be very straightforward, and then you can spend more time thinking on your strategy than thinking in what you're missing during your
Yeah.
turns, you know. But anyhow, this that doesn't mean that I don't like heavy Euro games. I really like those,
Hmm.
and that's why I wanted to include one of those in my top three. And the number three of this top is Weather Machine from
Weather Machine. Did you,
Mr. Vital Lacerda.
Mr. Beetle, who?
La, mhm,
Um,
La
did you
Charda.
did you did you
Uh-huh.
play with me this game
I
on
did, yes.
live?
It was
Yeah,
the
you
first
you were
time, yes.
there.
Before it was actually on Kickstarter, or it was when
Yeah,
it was in Kickstarter. I don't remember.
it
Yeah, you got
convinced you.
access. Yes, yes, yes.
It was so
And
good. It was
it
really
was
good. It
good. It was
was a good
good.
time.
Thematically, again,
Yeah.
one of the things that we didn't expect to have in this kind of game, but as saying this apart of other Euro games,
Hmm.
I personally think that games from Mr. Vitalacerda are very thematic on their
Hmm.
core.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
when sometimes you can also feel when it's the very heavy games, it's like, oh, okay, maybe just moving one thing to another location that's it, and
Yeah.
it doesn't care about thematic. But I mean, for games like this one particularly, it was very easy or makes more made more easy for me to explain the rules,
Mm.
trying to explain it through through the theme, through
Yep.
the
Yep.
mechanics through the theme. Like,
Makes
okay,
sense.
you have to get some pieces, but before that, so the thematic on this game, the theme of this game is you are trying to build a weather machine,
Hmm.
right?
Why are we trying to build a weather machine?
Because the weather was just it was crash,
Terrible.
it was terrible. There was some experiments, and when those experiments were out, they messed with the weather and created a chaos out there. So we are trying actually to fix that. We are trying to
Hmm.
fix the
Hmm.
weather because we
I think the previous weather machine broke or was
yeah,
wrong. It was
yes,
broken, and now we're
yeah,
trying to fix it to
yeah.
correct the weather.
And in the meantime, so this is what makes me, this is very fun because there is an option there when you can through collect some or publish it was just publish some articles, right?
Hmm.
So
Yep.
if you publish on a number of articles,
Yep.
from your investigations,
Yep.
you will be able to
You
gain
get a
the
Nobel.
Nobel Prize. The Nobel
You get
Prize.
a Nobel Prize.
You get a Nobel Prize for fixing something that you messed up. So you
Of
mess up
course.
things, and then you
That's
get the
always
Nobel Prize
just like real life.
for 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 fixing it. So this is well, that's okay. But
Very
anyway,
thematic.
so yeah, it's thematic in the in the terms that you have to go to trying to get some partners, sponsors,
Yes,
some
sir.
sponsors. Then you have to get some pieces, to fix the machine, and you have to work in the lab, and you have to do some research. So it's pretty much a scientific, you know, um, work in terms of
Hmm.
the team and all the things that you have to worry about. And
Yep.
it works very well in terms of how everything is like 1 or 2 rounds after you played, you start realizing that it's okay. I just have to follow the sequence, try to make things that will make sense in the future rounds. And I
Hmm.
would like to look or targeting something for this round, maybe, but as always, there is maybe some player that already had that idea as well, and it's
Of
messing up
course.
with your turn. It happen a lot. But then you have to recalculate or you rethink your strategy, and
Recalculating.
there is always options for you. This is one of the things that I like the most. The production is amazing. I like everything about the aesthetics on the game. Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
Look at
So
this.
good.
Yeah, the art. It's
Classic.
amazing.
Classic Eagle Griffin.
Hmm.
Vita Lacerda, Ion O'Toole combo
Yes.
breaker.
Yes, yes, there is no. So I put this game instead of other Lacerdas
Okay.
because I think this is the one that I have played most. So that's why
Really?
pretty much yes, yes. Well, this one and also Bot Factory, but I consider Bot Factory like a maybe a gateway Euro. We talk about that because we also played that in one of the
Yep.
live
We
episodes
play
with
it
you.
live.
Yes.
It was straightforward. Yeah, it was
But it
fairly
was
simple compared to his bigger games.
yes. So I wanted to include, like I said, one of the heaviest Euro games that I played. Even when this is not the heaviest from
Mm.
Vitalo Sarda, I think this is heavy enough.
Heavy
For
enough.
you know,
That is correct.
um,
Heavy enough.
so yeah, that's the thing, and that's my number three. Number three. Look at this beauty. The table display is amazing. It's very colorful, and all the components and your personal board. It's really nice. It's really nice. I really enjoy playing this game.
Oh, I can only imagine what it looks like physically. Those pictures look
And
beautiful.
the metal engines are amazing.
Yeah, the gears.
Yeah, the gears.
Oh
Thank you.
man,
Yeah, those things.
that's
Yeah, it's like chef's
that
kiss.
looks delicious.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
looks delicious.
Chef's kiss. So that's it.
Excellent.
That's my number. That's my number three.
Number
Back to
three,
you.
excellent.
Back to you.
Let's go into my number two. But before we go into my number two, I do want to ask our beautiful audience a big question, a very serious question, which is Monopoly a thematic game or Euro style game?
It's very simple.
Put it in the chat. Is Monopoly a Euro style game? Yes. Why yes and why not?
Yes,
All
exactly.
right.
And why
What?
that's not the question is what kind of Euro game is this,
What
right?
kind of Euro game?
What kind of Euro
Exactly.
game is nothing that's not tough.
It has wooden. It has wooden cubes.
It has
There you
wooden
go.
cubes. It has worker placement because you have to move your worker through
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
locations, and you know you have money, and you have to administrate your
There's an
resources,
economic
economic
system.
things. So
Very Euro.
I don't see any
We'll
any
talk more
breakers
about it
in
at
this
the
in
end.
that logic. Anyhow,
Alrighty.
yeah, let's go.
In the
Let's move to
meantime,
the number two.
number
Yes.
two.
Hmm.
My number two is
Remember, you still have animals, and you still have ancient
is
civilization here.
Ark Nova.
Oh, oh, you
Oh,
got it. Almost.
Ark Nova.
Ark Nova.
Ark Mr. Nova. That is correct.
Mm,
The game that
mm.
made a lot of noise the last 2 years
When?
and that has been climbing the ranks of the BGG. one
Mm-hmm.
rank at a time every day. And I don't know what number it is right now. Is it top five?
I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, well,
Let's see.
keep
Let's see.
talking. Keep talking.
Keep talking. Well, Arc Nova. What can we? Oh,
Oh,
number
look at
four.
that's four. Wow.
It's
Oof.
coming for number
It's
one.
been a while since I watched the when
The
since I
ranking.
yeah
It's
exactly.
still. Is Terraforming Mars still number three?
I don't think so.
Go. Yeah. Click on. Yeah. On the number four. Let's see.
Uh,
Let's see. Let's see. It's gonna be huge when. Oh, it's already
Oh, it's
above Terraforming Mars.
six. Oof. Look who is in
Damn.
the first place.
Oh
Still.
man.
Well,
What is
we have to make an episode of about this list.
I
But
know. We
anyhow,
do. We do. We'll
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 do.
leave
We'll
it.
do.
Let me
Yeah.
write that down somewhere. But before I forget, let's finish talking about Arc Nova. Arc Nova.
Mm-hmm.
I love the team. I love the mechanisms. I play so much on Board Game Arena. I
Mm-hmm.
am
I
obsessed.
know. I know.
I have tried to come up with the best strategy, and then when I play against random people on Board Game Arena and they kick my butt with a new different strategy, I'm like, oh damn, it's amazing. It's so good. It is. It's it's easy to play, but it's difficult to play
To
very good
master. To
to
master.
master. Yes, because this is
Yeah.
a game where no matter what you do, it'll be good. You'll get something. But really, what you're trying to do is maximize, do a lot of combos where your action leads to other bonuses, not just the basic action. And really, you want to maximize and be as efficient as possible because i- in the end, this is a race. This game is a
Mm-hmm.
race to see
Mm-hmm.
who gets to 100 points first, pretty much. And yeah, and what's interesting is that even if you get to 100 points, that sometimes if another player is just behind you, they can still pass you in end game scoring.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think there is a lot of strategy in this game, and of course, there is still some luck. It's not. This is not chess. You can get very unlucky in what cards you get from
Mm-hmm.
the massive deck of cards. But
Mm-hmm.
for Alba, for you that haven't played Ark Nova, pretty much we are trying to build our zoo, and we have this massive deck of cards that have animals
Mm-hmm.
with different requirements uh, for playing them into your zoo, and then you also have sponsor cards that give you different bonuses. And ultimately, we're trying to build up points through conservation projects, but you're also trying to build up points by tickets. So when you play animals, they give you a ticket value, which pretty much is how interesting your zoo is or how exciting your zoo is.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, those two tracks, they're opposite tracks. They start on
Collide.
opposite ends. They
They
will,
collide.
yeah, they will gonna meet at some point, and at that point, you have reached the 100 points, pretty much, and that is the end of the game. So pretty much, as soon as someone gets there, everyone else just gets one last turn, and the game is over. So I don't know. It's really good. I cannot get enough of it. Ark Nova. Oh, and then
There,
there is a new expansion which I haven't even seen.
Marina.
Yeah, I haven't even seen what kind of new mechanisms it brings. I think
Mm.
I saw it brings a couple new university contracts and
There's
definitely
now
a lot
some.
of new animals.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. Honestly, there's also something that I haven't um, seen more in detail about the new
Yeah,
expansion. But one of the things that I know for sure is there are some animals now that can eat or like predators,
yeah.
so they can you can feed, or I don't know if you can feed with other animal cards, or you just take from somewhere else the animals. I don't know.
Oh,
But there's some abilities that now you can use to as a predators, things like that.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Well, this
yeah.
is this is
Hmm.
really good. I have this game physically,
Mm.
but I have not played it physically like
Oh my God.
that much.
That much. So you have played
By that much, I mean I
physically.
have only played once.
Okay, makes sense.
At least it's
Okay.
not in shrink. It's not unopened. Yeah. Well, yeah. Just Pokemon Arena is so convenient for this kind of games.
Yeah,
Heavy.
yeah, yeah. You save the setup and everything. Yeah, I
Yep.
know.
But anyway,
So
number two.
one of the things that I'll start first with the thing that I don't like about
Mm-hmm.
this game. So one of the things that I don't like, and I think this is the thing that I dislike the most is the
Mhm.
number of cards in that huge deck that you mentioned.
Yep.
There are just too many cards. There's like sometimes you are waiting. Well, that maybe happened the first times I played a game. I didn't realize that it will be very hard for you to get the cards that you are expecting to have. You know?
Especially at
Mm.
two players,
Yeah, no,
the
no.
the cars just don't cycle as fast as they need to go.
Yeah, no. I mean, and there's no like you are looking specifically for a car by name. So you are not looking for
You're
a
looking for
lion
icons.
specifically. You are looking for icons. That's right.
Yeah.
And
Predators, herbivores,
even
Europe.
though it's sometimes it's very difficult to have those in the whole deck.
Yeah.
It's difficult, and that makes you think. Well, that's the thing that I realized after playing a couple of times, that you have to adapt. You have to
You have to
adapt,
adapt.
and then basically you have to use whatever you have. And if
Hmm.
you don't use, other thing that sometimes pissed me off a lot is like, I don't know in which round, but you have to discard a number of cards from your hand. So you think
Yes.
that you have enough cards to plan ahead a couple of rounds,
No.
but then that round specifically comes and you have to discard some cards from
It's
your hand. It was
when
like,
yeah, it's when you meet the break
right.
and you get paid during that like reset kind of round.
Mm.
You have to discard down to three. So if you have too many, they're just wasted.
But there are some ways that you can have a bigger, I
Five.
mean, five up to five cards in your
Yeah.
hand. But at the beginning, when you're trying to build your things, if you are not good enough, or not good enough,
If you don't play them,
if you don't play them and if you don't have the resources or the icons that you need to be, that's one of the things. Please, if you play this game the first time, don't use cards, or don't keep the cards in your first hand that requires something else, that
yeah,
requires other icons, that
don't
requires something
hold
special. Don't
don't
hold
hold
those
on to
cards.
cards that you
No.
cannot use in the next turn, in this turn or next turn.
Yes.
If it's gonna take you longer than that,
Yeah,
let it go. Let
you're
it
gonna
go.
lose a lot of
Let it
time.
go.
You're gonna lose a lot of time on that. So,
Yes.
like you said, at the beginning it will be hard, and sometimes I have seen people that got scared by this game in terms of, this is not the game for me, because this
Mm-hmm.
they think that it will be very difficult to play, and they will get frustrated after saying, "Oh no, I mean I was looking all the game for particular icons and never came out
Mm-hmm.
and things like
Yeah.
that."
Yep.
I totally get it. So that's why,
Yeah.
well, this is one of the things that I don't like from this game. But at the same time, it's one of the things that it makes this game unique in terms of you have to adapt, like I said before. You have to use what you have in your hand and basically try to improvise sometimes. I
Yep.
know this is one of the games that maybe will catch you frustrated sometimes during the match, but
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. I mean, it's okay. And if you're lucky enough, and you are also lucky, and you have planned, with other cards combination, you will
Mm-hmm.
have what you need to play some cards. So
Yep.
anyway, this is one of the things. The other thing that I like is the replayability. It has a very, very good replayability because you have various maps. You have, like I said, it's a huge deck of cards, so it will be never two
Yep.
games the same. So there will be always
Mm-hmm.
something different. And yeah, these asymmetric boards that will also, I mean, asymmetric in terms of those boards have also some ways to accommodate, the terrain and the bonuses when you covered the specific hexagons on your playmat. So
Yep.
that's basically what it is. So I like it, and the mechanic of playing and power up your cards based on the position they are in your turn is also a good thing. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree on that. Personally, I don't have it on my top three. Spoiler alert, I don't have it, but probably in the top 10. Yeah, I would
Yep.
consider in the top 10. Yep.
Perfect.
Hmm.
There you go.
Hmm. Perfect.
All
So
right.
let's move out and let's continue with my number two. So for my
Mm-hmm.
number two, I have a game. Let me just find out the correct thing here. So the thing is, I'm a big fan of the West Kingdom trilogy. Okay,
Garfield games.
Garfield games, Sean Phillips games, and
Mm,
what I like about these games is that the mechanics and everything is one is they're thematic enough for me. Most of the games, there's a couple that they're not that thematic for me, but also the way that you can learn the game and then explain the game is
mhm,
easy. It's easy to catch the idea of the game. And my favorite from the trilogy is Viscount of the West Kingdom. So
mm.
Viscounts of the West Kingdom,
Is this
it's
the
a,
one where you can capture the the workers of other people?
no, the one that is Architects
That's
of the West
Architects.
Kingdom.
That's
Architects,
okay.
Yeah,
Architects the one that I play. Yeah. I
Architects
think I
is
played this one then.
okay. So yeah, this one has part of deck building, because you are having or you are gaining more cards throughout the game. It's not mandatory, but you can
Hmm.
have or
Okay.
gain more cards, and then those cards will come out in your deck in the future rounds. So that's the deck building part. But at the same time, you are trying to basically gain some reputation in the court, and try to have a lot of your um, what is your people in
Hmm.
in the castle in the king's court. So
Okay.
you have to pay some resources and going and escalate in the social the social ranks
Yep.
within the castle. So there are many ways that you can gain points. You can also uh, in a classic Euro thematic game, you have to go and get some resources from locations and from cards that you're playing. Then those resources you are going to change for either some pergamins, the paper, the papers that you are basically going to collect. And if you have
Hmm.
sets of those papers, of those books, you're going to have more points based on the number of different colors you have and also the same color. um, you can play or have another strategy and maybe uh, trying to recruit a lot of people, and those people will also grant you points or grant you abilities that allow you to play in a different location with the different powers. And yeah, I mean, this is very interesting because everything fits very well. All the
Mm.
mechanics that I just described fits perfectly in a game that has everything combined, but not just random. It has
Mm.
everything, and it has a sense in terms of like you're doing this for or planning this action for future rounds, so it will
Mm.
help you to do something else. So yeah, and also you can also build some buildings around the board, and if
Hmm.
you do so, you will also gain some points at the end of the game. So there is like 4 ways to score points at the end of the game in this game, and every time you try, I think this is one of the games that you don't have to worry about everything or try to do all the things. You have
Hmm.
to focus on at least or maximum two things, or two
Hmm.
ways to score points. You can go and either put a lot of people in the castle or build a lot of buildings or trying to, have a lot of cards that will give you points at the end of the game or the manuscripts, things like that. You cannot just doing everything because you will not be able to do everything in the game.
Mm.
So it's better if you focus on a particular strategy. So yeah, that's what I
Interesting.
like. Is what yeah, and
Is
this play again.
is this
Go
one
ahead.
of the of your favorites from the from his games from the West Kingdom?
Yeah, I think this is my number one in the
Oh
West
man,
Kingdom series.
I need to try it.
Then the second one is Architects, and the third one is Paladins. That's
Mm.
the order that I have on the West Kingdom trilogy. And with expansions, it's just fantastic. It's fantastic. Is I played with both expansions, and together it's
Hmm.
great. It's amazing. It's one of the games that I never played again in the base game unless I'm teaching new players. how to play the game. But if I'm playing with players that already have exposure to this game, I'll definitely bring out the expansions every time. Yep,
All right.
yep. That's my number
Well,
two.
I definitely need to try this one then.
Yeah, you should. You'll like it.
I don't. I gotta say, I'm not sure how I feel about their art. It
You don't
doesn't
like the art?
necessarily appeal to me that much. It's very unique,
Hmm.
but yeah, I'm not sure. I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah.
Well, that's one of the things that if you played, that's one of the things that I like about this series too. If you play one of the games
Mm-hmm.
from the series, and then you play a different one from the same series, all the iconography will make
It's
sense
the
to you
same.
right away because
That
it's
is
the
good.
same.
That's good.
If you have already knowledge of playing another game of the same series, you play another one, it will be very easy for you to catch all the iconography, which is great. Which is great. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Hmm. Perfect.
Well, beautiful
We go.
people. It's moment to
Go.
talk about
Drum rolls.
number one.
Okay,
One
bring
of
it
my
out.
favorite Eurostyle board games of all time is
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Teotihuacan City of Gods.
Ooh,
Teotihuacan City of Gods, what a masterpiece. This
what a
thing, it's a
masterpiece.
classic Euro. It's even kind of beige, which is like a trademark of Euro style games.
Mm-hmm.
Although um they just came out with a deluxe Kickstarter, I think earlier this year, which
Mm-hmm.
hopefully gets delivered next year, but it definitely needs it. Well, it doesn't need it, but why not?
Of
You know,
course it
make
does.
it more
Of course
beautiful.
it does. Of
It's
course it does.
beautiful as it is. I accept the beauty of Teotihuacan normal game. It's such
The
an amazing
rustic,
game.
the rustic beauty.
The rustic beauty of
Mm-hmm.
Teotihuacan. I wish
Okay.
those pyramid tiles
Mm,
were actually, I don't even know if they're made of wood. I feel like they're not made of wood. Um
I don't think so.
no, because they feel so light. It almost like if they were empty inside, but I don't think they're empty inside. It's just they're not plastic. It must be like some cheap wood or something. I wish they had a little bit more weight to them. But this game, you are gonna be going around in a clockwise order in
Mm-hmm.
a rondel fashion
Mm-hmm.
using your dice as workers. They represent the value of your worker, and when it reaches a value of 6, they die. They
But they go to
die.
Valhalla. Well, no,
They go
but
no, no, niet. They go to Xibalba.
Chivalba. No, no,
Xibalba.
no, no,
No,
Chivalba is for Mayans. No,
yeah,
for Mayans.
Xibalba is for
No,
Mayans.
it's
Uh,
hold on.
oh man, we should know
It's
this.
a shame. We're Mexican. We don't know what.
Shame
Yeah,
on
no,
your
no.
heritage.
The Mictlan. There go to Mictlan. There go
They
to
go to
Mictlan.
Metlon. Okay.
Yes, they go to Mictlan. Uh,
Anyway, in this game, you're gonna be collecting resources, and
mm-hmm,
the power of the actions that you're activating depends on the number of dice that you have there and the value and the lowest value of that group of dice that you have.
mm-hmm,
That
mm-hmm,
using that calculation, you will know how much resources you get or how much of the power you're gonna activate. But in essence, you're trying to go up those three pyramids, that
mm-hmm,
pyramid tracks
mm.
that you're looking at there,
There you go. Uh-huh.
because
Mm-hmm,
these are gonna give you a lot of points. You're also trying to contribute to the pyramid itself by
mm-hmm,
either
mm-hmm.
building tiles on it or doing paintings on the
Decorations, decorations.
decorations,
Mm-hmm.
decorations on the
The
steps.
sides, mm-hmm. The
Hmm.
steps, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
It's so good. It's there is
mm.
like there's really no luck in this game. I guess the luck that you could be affected by is, I don't know, maybe,
Maybe at the beginning of the game when they are giving you the initial resources, maybe that
yeah.
will. Yeah, but this is part
Or
of
it
the
could, you know
setup.
what? Sometimes what I see is that there's always three available tiles to build for the pyramid. And if
Mm.
you
Oh
go
yeah.
there and
Mm-hmm,
someone takes
mm-hmm,
one of the tiles that gives them a bonus, and then the next one that
mm-hmm.
comes out is like a non-bonus tile, then you're stuck, right?
Right.
You're like, oh, you don't get a bonus tile. You
Mm-hmm.
have to, if you really want to play a tile, you're gonna have to use one of the ones that don't have a bonus. I mean, that that's
Uh,
just a small bad luck,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
It's not
I
that bad.
I'll take my words back. Look at this beautiful view
See,
from the top. Yeah, it's amazing.
it's just the perfect combination of beige and color. It's like, mm,
Hmm.
masterpiece,
Yeah, I know. I know.
masterpiece.
I
But
love I love the game. Yeah, I love the game as
yeah,
well.
no,
I I
Teotihuacan, I love
I,
it.
I would say that there's maybe a reason maybe yes for the wood the tiles from the pyramid.
Hmm.
So it's not wood. It's
Oh
something
yeah,
else.
I was saying that it might be resin, and that might be
Resin.
why they're
Uh-huh.
not as heavy. I just wish they
So
were
you
heavy. It would have
don't
been
see my
so
work.
nice. That's all it's missing, just some heavy
Mm-hmm.
tiles.
Right,
The,
right, right.
the art and everything else is
Have you have you
perfect.
have you played with the expansions?
I have not, and I have them all.
Oh,
I know. I need to. I
you
need
have
to.
you have the
Shame on me.
expansions. You have the
I do.
expansions.
They're just sitting there
So
waiting
what?
for me to
Let's
be brave enough
go
to open
ahead.
them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's just go and play it, the solo mode. What are you doing here? So you
I
have the
know,
expansion
right?
and you haven't played
I
those?
gotta say, I have played the
Shame
solo
of you.
mode. I have played the solo mode of the base game, and
Oh,
it's okay.
okay.
It feels kind of it feels like it feels tight at the beginning. Like you get points and they get and the bot gets points, but then once you get you get towards the late game, I feel like you get some advantage over the bot, and it's a little bit easier to win.
Okay, okay, okay.
But it's so good. I gotta
The,
say,
mhm,
pro tips for this game. I have played this quite a bit, and I think that the best strategy in Teotihuacan is to go up in the green temple first.
mhm,
The green temple is the cacao, which is
mhm,
the currency of the game. A lot of actions, pretty much every action that you want to do, will cost you a certain amount of cacao.
mhm.
And I recommend going up on this track because as you pay cacao to go up, you also get cacao as a reward. So you always have money to keep
Mm,
going, to keep going, to keep going. And then I will leave the other two temples for
for
after you,
later. Mhm.
yeah, as a
And also,
secondary.
if you're playing with the base game or
Hmm.
I think this is one of the best rewards and game rewards because that will give you points based on the number of dice that you have
Yep.
and also the level of those dice at the
Yeah,
end of
so
the
you
game.
can
So,
try to plan ahead and
mhm.
end the game with a lot of four and fives, and those will give a
Oh, a
lot
lot
of
of
points.
points. Oof, yes.
So many
Yeah.
points. And don't be afraid to you need to let your workers go.
Mhm,
Sometimes it's very good to level up your one of your workers to level 6.
mhm,
Yes, you're gonna get a level 1, but you're gonna get rewards. Not only can you get more steps on temples, or maybe another worker, or maybe cacao if you were missing, or you can go up in the temples, and you'll also advance in the temple of the Avenue of the Dead. Like it's so there's so many good things that come from retiring your character. But
mhm.
anyway,
They're always back. So
all my love for Teotihuacan.
yeah, the only complaint on the components of this game are these
The Monopoly
houses here.
houses.
Oh yeah, I hate those. I hate those. I'm sorry, but I hate those. I was like, what the hell are these? When the first time I played, was like, what are those for? It's like there's no. I would rather prefer cubes here, to be honest. It's
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
hope that. Yeah, I
I
think
think
this.
the
Mm,
deluxe version, the houses look like the actual icon.
yeah,
They have
yeah,
shaped like the icon, and they
mm,
printed.
yeah. But I mean, I
It's
hope
pretty good.
that's the only thing I don't like about this game. Other than that,
The
that
houses.
you have said everything. I have
Um.
the only thing that also one of the strategies that I also use a lot,
Mhm.
if possible, are the mask because the
Oh,
mask will
really?
also give you a lot of points if you have a large set of masks,
Yeah.
especially if you are able to have a large group of
Different.
masks at the end of every eclipse.
Hmm.
This is amazing because that will give you a really um, wide difference between players in terms of points in
Yeah.
between. So
Yep.
that will also help you if, I mean, this is something that is wrong and you're doing wrong, I guess, if it happened to you. If
Hmm.
you have to pay extra cacao or with points, if you are not able to pay
To
cacao at
feed.
the end of it, you know. But
Yeah.
well, yeah, that will also help you with that in case you are not able to, or you missed the cacao payment every eclipse,
Yeah. Yep.
right? So good choice.
That's correct.
To be honest, once I knew that this was one of your Euro
One of
games,
your
I
games.
didn't want to repeat it, but that's for sure one of my
Oh,
favorites ever. So this is a special mention on top one for me.
perfect,
So
perfect,
yeah, but
perfect.
I didn't
Teotihuacan.
want to. Yeah, I didn't want to, repeat what you
Of
already had
course.
here because I also wanted to, um, have room for one other game that I also consider a really good
Yes.
one and one of my favorites currently. So let me go and share with you which one is the number one for me. Well, like I said, is share with Teotihuacan at this point, but this game is Lost Ruins of Arnak. Woohoo!
Lost Ruins of Arnak, another classic game that's so good. What is
Is,
this?
is it
2019,
is it
2020?
is it considered classic already? I don't
It's a
know.
classic to me.
It's a classic for you.
2020. If it's older than 2
2020.
years, it's a classic.
I see.
Well, I think Ark Nova is a classic. It's 2 years. We should talk. We
So
should make a. Wait, there should be a topic. Classic games.
yeah, yeah. This is
Oh
one of the
man,
games that I
all the ideas.
remember that remember it has a lot of controversy, especially with other games that I will mention at the end. But this is one of the games that I found
Controversy.
I found also, yes, controversy. I'll tell you why and a little bit later. But one of the games that I played with combined mechanics that I thought that maybe will not be possible to match perfectly,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Mm-hmm.
in this case is a deck building and a worker
Mm-hmm.
placement game
Yep.
because you have to play cards in order to visit locations and you
Yep.
you can use the cards for either the icons or you can use it for the ability
Mm-hmm.
or you can just pay as a requirement, right? So one of the things that I love of this game is that you can really think about the strategy and you have a lot of options to make it or
Happen.
you have to, to accomplish that or try to
Mm-hmm.
make the most points based on the strategy that you're thinking of. You can try to focus your strategy on defeat guardians. You can try to focus your strategy on move through the temple
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, this temple here.
Well, I feel like the temple is it's a must. You need to do it, right? There's no I don't think there's a way to win if you don't go up the temple. What do you
But
think? I
what
have not played enough, but the few times I play, I always see that temple going up the temple is very strong.
what I think is you can always and also I have seen a lot of players that focus on moving along the temple
Mm-hmm.
because they'll give you a lot of points and also benefits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if you play that way, you will have to focus on use all your resources in climbing up in the temple. So instead of, I mean, it's the only strategy that you're focusing on if you are
Yeah.
trying to get the most points from the temple. What I'm saying is, if you go and climb into the temple, because it's a must in terms of what you have to do to get more points, and also every time you move either your notebook or your magnifier glass, uh, you will get some kind of reward, and
Mm-hmm.
some rewards are necessary. So
Yeah, like the
the
assistant. Yep.
assistants are necessary. That's for
Yep.
sure. But
Well,
what
the
I'm
same
saying,
thing. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, the only thing is what I'm saying is I have seen also players, and I am also trying to play not focusing only on climbing up into the temple, because with the next with expand especially with the expansions now,
Mm.
with expansions that you have or they are available now, and you have these asymmetric boards, every player will have a special ability. So those abilities will give you the option to focus on certain strategy. So there are some
Mm,
characters that will make some cards cheaper. So
mm.
if you can use that as an
The
advantage and
deck
get a
building.
lot of cards from the display in on a cheaper value. So why not focus your strategy on, on having a lot of cards and getting a
Hmm.
lot of points
Hmm.
from there? At the same time, like I said, is you can not focusing on go on the very top of the temple, but maybe just certain level that grant you the assistance and some, I don't know, some resources at some point. But if you
Hmm.
have these characters that you're using for, or that are giving you some advantages for taking certain actions, I think you have to follow that strategy. There are some specific character that works with the fears, the cards that give you negative points at the end of the game. So this character uses the fears to perform some rituals. So as many
Mm.
cards as you have, you can, I mean, you can still have a lot of fear cards, blah blah blah. This doesn't care because you can use those cards and then for something else, and then you
Oh,
can
that's
get rid
interesting.
of those. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I love about the game now with expansion. Not that I don't love. I think I like it a lot only with the base game.
Hmm.
Now with expansions, I
It's
think
even
this is
better.
one of my favorite games as of right
Nice.
now. I can play it
Nice.
every time. I would love to teach the game to other players as well and play with them.
Hmm.
Um, so I think it's really cool, and also this mechanic is it's a Nero game, that's for sure, because you have to go and visit locations, gather resources, exchange those resources for points for other resources, and then you have the deck building part as well. When you if you one of the things that I like the most about this game is the first time you purchase the or you get the cards that you have to pay with the what's it again, this green stuff, the um, well,
The
the
green
blue,
stuff.
the
Oh,
blue
the
card,
compass. The
the
compass.
compass. Thank you. The compass,
Yes.
the
The
card that you have to
ritual
pay.
cards have to be paid with compass and the
Yeah, with
items, I
money,
think, with
items with
money.
money. Yes. So
Artifacts, yes.
those cards, the first time you get those cards, you use the effect for free. So you get
Yeah,
the card and
yeah,
you
that's
get the
true.
effect for
That's
free. Like
nice.
it's awesome because you
It
can
is awesome.
play the card for the first time, use it for what it is, and then maybe
You
you
can
don't
use it
use it
later.
again. Yeah, later
Yep.
or don't. Maybe you don't just needed the ability one
One
time,
time.
and you
Yep.
purchase it, and it's just great. It's just great, and that mechanic is very well implemented. I love it.
I agree.
Yeah, like I said, with the variety of boards and characters now, I think it's even better. So that's why it's on my top three, and now I consider it's top one, sharing with Teotihuacan for me. Yep.
Yeah. That's amazing. I agree with you. I
Hmm.
really like Lost Ruins of Arnak. I remember when it came out, it made a lot of noise. Everyone was like, "Oh, this is great!" And it came
Hmm.
out about the same time, I think, as
Dune Imperium.
Dune Imperium, and both games are trying to combine deck building with worker placement. So people compare them a lot.
That's.
And whenever I had the chance to try it for the first time, I was like, okay, I can see why people are very excited about this because this
Hmm.
is so good. They were one of the first ones, maybe, of the games
For
to
me,
try to
yes.
combine
For me, yes.
those two big
I
mechanisms.
before this game, I don't remember playing any other game that combined these two mechanics, to be honest. And you basically talk already what I wanted to talk about, the, comparison and the
Mm,
noise that they created with this other game. And that the other game was in Dune Imperium,
yep.
which I would like to say that at some point before I played this game, I first got Dune Imperium. I like it a lot,
Hmm.
and I thought like, no, I mean, I don't need Lost Ruins of Arnik. I don't need it. I
Okay.
mean, if they say
Oh wow.
if people say that they're similar, if they are like very alike, I don't
Hmm.
think I'll need that because I already have this one, and I was
Hmm.
Team Dune Imperium for a while
Yeah.
until I played this one. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I
So you
mean, it's
hadn't
not
played this one yet.
No,
and you were like, okay.
before. Yes,
So you
exactly.
you played Dune Imperium first, and you were like,
First.
no, I don't need to check out Lost Ruins. I have Dune Imperium's good. It
Yeah,
cannot be better.
because all this chismecito that it was out there saying that
Yeah,
now is you can only be either Team Arnak or Team Dune Imperium. So okay, so I'm Team Dune then because I already played this one, so I don't need to play the
yeah,
other one. I'll
fair enough.
support Dune.
Make that
Yeah,
makes sense. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
so
the
that's
top three.
top three.
Top three.
Yeah. So, unless our beautiful audience would like to share with us their top three, we also failed this week on post our poll and asking
Yeah,
our
sorry. That
audience
was mostly my
in
fault. I am the one, by the way, who is in charge of creating the poll for the topic. So I definitely fell asleep on that one. I barely managed to get it on Sunday, so that's why there was no time for questions. But yeah, actually, Alba is saying that she has only played Dune Imperium. She
Hmm.
likes it. Okay, but was not impressed by it.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. To be fair, I played Dune Imperium once, and
Hmm.
I thought it was okay.
Hmm.
I I have played Lost Ruins of Arnak more, so maybe that's why I'm a bit biased, but I might be team Lost Ruins of Arnak for now.
Yes. One
Maybe
of
if I
the.
play Dune Imperium a little bit more, then maybe I'll have a more like defined decision.
Hmm.
But I'm leaning towards Arnak for sure.
Yeah. Well, I would like to say that at the beginning it was a wall game for me because I mean I'm talking about Dune Imperium because like I said it was the first
Mm,
time I remember that it was the first time I played a game which combined both mechanics. It
mm,
was like a very innovative
yep.
for me. It was like wow, what is this? Really cool. But
Yeah.
then when I start digging and playing more the game, there were definitely a couple of things that I didn't like it you know, that
Mm,
maybe it was just the first excitement of playing the game that I
yeah.
didn't
The
realize.
magic went
Yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and
Mm,
then, like for instance, the deck is also a huge deck of cards, and is not you don't have the chance to. I mean, there's a lot of cards that stay there. I mean,
yeah.
there's no need for the cards to come out, and you don't have to get it. I mean, compared with Arnak, the cards, honestly, the cards that you are using
Mm,
are much. And in Dune, you use more for visiting the locations than for the effect.
yeah.
And in Arnak, you can the first time you buy a card, like I said, you actually use the effect, and then you can use it later for icons or the effect again. So it's more useful in terms of the card, what you can do with the cards. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think
Um,
Alba agrees with you.
mhm. Yeah, exactly. Yes, and also in both games, you don't create a huge deck of cards like in other deck building games.
Yeah.
You normally ended with I don't know maybe 15 cards
There's a
maximum.
couple.
So it's not a big deck, at the end.
The deck building part is not as big as the worker placement part.
Right, 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 right. Exactly, and that's why a huge deck of cards in the market doesn't make sense to me because I mean other than replayability, but one of the things is in Dune Imperium, you have this mechanic that if you have played other cards from the same suit or from the same type,
Mm-hmm.
you will have like you can maximize the ability of those cards. So if
Mm,
you're trying to get those cards to maximize your cards, it will be very difficult for you to get it from the huge deck of cards. So I think this is one of my biggest concerns of the game as well.
mm.
I like it. I will not. I will not say no if somebody invites me to play the game. But if they ask me which game will I
Let's.
prefer the game, I definitely would like to play Arnak over Dune at this point now. Yep.
All right. Well, there you have it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
There you have it.
Perfect.
For the very last section of the podcast, which is Mesito, the only thing I have is just small, which is actually kind of old news, but to me it's new
Okay.
news.
New news.
Um,
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that there was gonna be a reprint of Clans of Caledonia.
Oh.
That's a
Mm.
game that I discovered
Wow.
last year when our good old friend Josh
Hmm.
he suggested to play that one on our live playthroughs, and we played it, and
Impressed.
I was impressed. And then
Hmm.
I saw that it was available to play on Board Game Arena, and I played a couple more times, and I'm like, this is good. I like it. It's a very economic oriented kind of game. But yeah, it's an older game. I don't know what year it came out, but it's definitely older, and I think it was out of print. And then
Yes, it was out of print. Yeah, yeah.
I saw somewhere on Twitter that someone mentioned that they were excited about the reprint of Clans of Caledonia, and I was like, "What?" And then I
Hmm.
went on and Google reprint of Clans of Caledonia, Board Game Arena, Board Game Geek, and apparently the publisher had announced this on 2022. They were saying like, "Oh, 2023 reprint
Hmm.
of Clans of Caledonia," but I mean the the year is almost over, and
Hmm.
I'm not sure when they're planning on doing the reprint. But it's good to know that they are keeping in mind to like they're planning on bringing it back
Hmm. Yeah,
to the
there we go.
stores.
There we
Yeah,
go. Yeah, this is Clans of Caledonia, the OG.
the
Yeah,
OG.
the OG. Yeah, no,
And I think
definitely.
they're gonna come out with a mini expansion or a small expansion for it. So
Oof,
it's
that
not
would be
just a
great.
reprint, but with an expansion.
That would
Yeah,
be
it's
great.
good. 2017. There it is.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
another classic.
I know that. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's for sure. That's one of the classics for you,
hmm
right?
Yeah,
Because
Alba
yeah,
Alba
more than
is
two
saying
years.
that she's been wanting to play clans and that
Hmm.
she's trying to learn on Board Game Arena. It is. Yeah, I gotta say, it's not super straightforward.
Thematic.
It looks
Ah.
straightforward. It
Uh-huh.
looks simple, but the rules on how you do things, it's quite confusing. Um, yeah,
Explain us why.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's weird.
yeah,
It's after a couple of plays, I realized that it really wants you to focus on selling and buying the goods, and not
yeah.
so much on making them. I mean, it's important to make them, but really, you're gonna be able to achieve things by selling and buying goods to the market. Um,
I would like to share
yeah,
this comment from Alba as well. Another Euro game
Kalimala.
reprint, Kalimala.
Oh, and Kickstarter right now.
Oh, well, I'll say that I don't have any idea what this game is. So thank you
Me
for.
neither. I haven't heard about it. We are googling right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so thank you.
Kalimala,
Uh, nice. Whatever.
second edition. Looks pretty.
Kalimala. It was on 2017 as well. Oh, look at this fancy cover. Nice.
Does look
Kalimala.
nice.
Oh, look at this.
23 days to go. That looks nice. Yeah, I like it. Thank you, Alba,
Okay.
for putting this in the radar. And Adri says you have abandoned us. No more live playthroughs. I'm
No,
sorry, Adri. No, I'm not
he's
only.
playing with another friends he has.
I'm trying to
That's
play
for
live,
sure.
live as in like in person.
Hmm. Mm.
Yeah, this new
Oh,
uh
it comes with an ENO2 art.
it
Nice.
does. I knew
Wow,
it
the
looked
new.
good.
I think the reprint. That's what I was says.
How does Ian O'Toole is able to do art for so many games?
Because that's his
That's
profession.
amazing.
That's
He's
that's
like
what he does. That's what he does for a living. So
he's like today I'm gonna be doing some art for a Beat the Lacerda game. Today I'm
yeah,
gonna be doing this art for the David Turkey game. Today
it's
I'm gonna be doing some art. That's
yeah,
amazing.
it's
It's
it's like
got
Bet Sobel, but she's
yeah.
now everywhere.
Yeah. Good for them. I'm glad that they're getting
So he's a
their work
designer.
done.
He's the designer Fabio Lopiano. We
Fabio
have
Lopiano.
Kalimara
Oh,
Ragusa. Yeah,
Zapotec.
I have played Ragusa from him.
I have
Zapotec.
played Zapotec. It's a nice simple game from Board of Dice.
Three Ring Circus. They knew from the beer.
The beer, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
he's got a
Mm.
couple Couple of
And
hits
there's
there.
a couple of games that is mysterious, but they're already
Mysterious.
scheduled for the next couple of years.
Wow,
Yes.
he's busy too. Busy, busy.
He's been busy. Yep. I know. Yeah,
That's
I was
amazing.
saying, I
Okay.
know. How does he do all the art Alba? Because, well, no, I don't know. Nobody has
Yeah,
an answer for that question. But yeah, he's amazing. I mean, the art from Ian O'Toole is just great. It's fantastic.
that's
Yes.
pretty cool. Pretty cool
And
stuff.
to be honest, is I think we talk about this in previous episode, but
Hmm.
sometimes the art and the components and everything is the first thing that calls your attention, and it's like, yeah, give me
Yeah,
that. I mean, like,
yeah.
so Ian O'Toole, you know that it will be a great stuff. It will be something to definitely will like to take a look. So I think this is the new
The
cover
new art. It
Alba
looks
because
like the new art.
yeah, I think yeah, but it
It looks
looks
very nice.
it looks Ian O'Toole. Yeah, look at this. It's Ian O'Toole here. The
Yeah,
signature over here. Let me see.
yeah.
Yeah. It's Alicat. It will come with Alicat games, I think.
Very good.
See, oh, I messed it up. What did I did?
I
Oh
mean,
no,
yeah. Yep.
whatever.
Alrighty.
So,
Well,
yeah, I messed it up. Anyway, so
we'll
yeah,
utilize these technical difficulties to start
there we
closing
go.
off
There we go. Yeah,
today's.
Yana Tool, Yana Tool. There we go. Artwork, but Yana Tool.
It
There we
looks
go.
really nice.
Alicat games. Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
there
Thank
we
you for
go.
sharing.
Thank you. But yeah, definitely take a look on this one. Thank you.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Well,
Awesome.
another successful episode. Thank you.
As
Thank you.
always.
Thank you, beautiful people.
hmm
Adrian and Alba for joining us today.
hmm And I
Next week,
wish.
I'll try to do better at posting the topic on time.
Well, no promises here anyway. It's just like an expectation and a hope. We
I will
cannot do
do better.
promises. We cannot do promises. Remember, we're doing this for fun. This is
Oh,
just fun.
always, always. But
It's just for supporting the beginning of the week. It's just having this boost of energy and
yes,
happiness that we all need to
fun
begin every
times.
week. Exactly. Yes. So we know that there is a busy time for you as well. So we really appreciate your you're here. And if you can just share, spread the word, and say, yeah, these guys are just you can laugh at them. It's okay. I mean, I'm used to.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
definitely, it will be great. It will be great that you can join us again next week. And if there's
Mhm.
more people, that's okay. I mean, this is why we're here, just to share the word, to spread the word, and
That's
try
true.
to bring more people to the hobby, and maybe just having a couple of ideas. Part of the thing is just interact with you guys and giving us your insights and new ideas. We're always open of that most of
That
the
is
times.
true.
We still have that question open. We have
Oh,
this,
the
and
Monopoly,
we are going to keep the question open and try to respond with other players as well. What kind of Euro game is Monopoly? Well, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to go to BGG and look for the ranking and everything.
thematic, thematic versus Euro.
I don't know exactly. So I will
Uh,
leave that as a mysterious thing for next episodes. So there we
yes.
go. The one thing for sure is there will be another week. There will be another episode. There will be another after
Next
game night. That's
Monday,
for sure. And probably that's again. We'll have some surprises coming over. That's for sure. At some point. At
at
some
some
point
point.
at some point. So
Yes.
stay tuned. Thank you, and just enjoy the postcard that we have right now with Axel's dog, laying down over there. There's a queen, it's great.
The Supreme Queen,
The supreme queen, yeah, over there. Mine is
Minerva.
sleeping. Mine is
All right.
sleeping over there already, so you can see her. But
It
yeah,
is
it's there already.
bedtime.
It's bedtime for them. Look at them. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Axel. It's
Yeah,
been
thank
fun.
you. Thank you, Mass Maple.
All
Thank you,
right.
everyone. Have a good rest of the week. We'll see you
Yep.
next Monday.
We'll see you next Monday. Keep playing. This is what happened after game nights.
Adri,
Remember.
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm smiling.